I had psychosis. So I was not deeply in touch with reality for a while. And it like took me out of life in a big way. And after like a lot of years of hard work, I like got myself back.
Lady Gaga, the iconic pop star known for her stunning performances and unapologetic attitude, shocked the world when she revealed something deeply personal, her battle with psychosis. For years, this dark chapter of her life was kept under wraps. But in a recent interview, Gaga opened up about the reality of living with a severe mental health condition. This confession not only stunned her millions of fans, but also sparked a conversation about the pressures of fame and the importance of mental health. But what exactly happened during those dark years, and how did Gaga manage to rise above it all? Let's dive into her story.
It was a really hard time. It was actually really, really special when I met my partner, because when I met Michael, I was like in a much better place when I met him. But I remember him saying to me, like pretty early on, I know you could be a lot happier than you are. And it was really hard for me to hear him say that, because I didn't want him to think that of me. I wanted him to think I was like this happy, just totally together person, and I wasn't really yet.
It was 5 years ago when Lady Gaga was diagnosed with psychosis, a mental health disorder that caused her to lose touch with reality. At the height of her fame, she found herself fighting an internal battle that no one knew about, until now. Despite the public persona of a successful, confident artist, Gaga was secretly suffering. But what was it that triggered this psychological breakdown? For many, fame and the constant spotlight are pressures too great to handle. But for Gaga, it went deeper than just the weight of celebrity.
I think when you get depressed or you go through a hard time, that when you come out on the other side, you just are so grateful to feel that lightness again. And it's helped me just feel really appreciative of the life that I have.
Behind the glitz and glamour of her public image, there was a young woman struggling to understand herself and her place in the world. Living with psychosis wasn't just a phase. It was a life-altering experience that completely changed her perspective. It's not just the diagnosis itself that's shocking, but how she managed to cope with it while navigating a career that demands perfection. So, what was it like for her to live in a world of fame, all while battling the crushing weight of her mental health?
I think I hate feeling defined by it. It's like a ghost of yourself. That's what it felt like to me, like something I felt ashamed of. But I don't think that we should feel ashamed if we go through times like that. And I mostly just wish to say, if you have been through something like that, or you are, it can get better. And it did for me. And I'm really grateful for that.
Lady Gaga has always been known for her bold persona. Whether she's donning outrageous outfits or belting out songs with raw emotion. But beneath the fame and fortune, there was a much darker side that fans never saw. She described her psychosis as a period where she felt completely detached from reality. Imagine a life where everything around you seems distorted, where your own mind is betraying you. Gaga revealed that during this time, she wasn't just battling her mind. She was fighting to stay connected to life itself. The pressure to maintain her image in front of cameras while privately grappling with mental health issues was a struggle that many can't even begin to comprehend. It was a time when she was unsure of her own identity. The psychological fog made everything feel distant. She struggled with day-to-day life, unable to trust her own perceptions. The constant inner conflict between the world she knew and the one her mind created must have been exhausting. But Gaga didn't give up. She continued to push through the haze, even when it seemed impossible. And despite the immense difficulty, she managed to carry on her career, doing what she loved and what fans adored her for. In the midst of this personal turmoil, Lady Gaga met Michael Polanski, her fiancé, who would become a crucial part of her recovery journey. At the time they met, Gaga had already started to feel like she was in a better place mentally. But even then, the scars of her past were still very much present. It was during this period that Michael's support became indispensable. He saw through the facade that Gaga had put up and was able to offer her something she desperately needed: honesty and understanding. Their relationship began like many others, but it soon became clear that Michael was not just any partner. He became her anchor. Early on, he told her something that took her by surprise. "I know you could be a lot happier than you are." Those words, while seemingly simple, hit Gaga hard. She didn't want to face the reality that, despite her fame and achievements, she wasn't truly happy. It was a vulnerable moment that forced her to confront the truth about her mental health. But instead of pushing him away, she listened. And this moment marked the beginning of a significant transformation. Michael didn't just support her emotionally. He challenged her to be better, to heal, and to truly embrace the happiness that had once felt so out of reach. Gaga admits that hearing this was tough at first. She was used to being seen as an icon, as someone who had it all together. But deep down, she knew that she wasn't fully happy. Michael's honesty forced her to acknowledge what she had been avoiding for so long. And it was this realization that would spark the next chapter of her healing. Lady Gaga also opened up about the stigma she faced while dealing with her mental health struggles. There's a lot of shame associated with mental health issues, especially for someone in the public eye. People often expect celebrities to be invincible, flawless, or superhuman. But as Gaga revealed, she hated being defined by her struggles. For a long time, she described it as a ghost of yourself that haunted her. It wasn't just the psychosis that haunted her, but the feeling of shame that accompanied it. She now feels compelled to speak out about her experience, not only to help herself, but also to encourage others who might be going through something similar. "I think I hate feeling defined by it," she shared. "It's like something I felt ashamed of." This openness has helped normalize the conversation around mental health, especially for fans who may have looked up to her as a symbol of strength. Gaga wants people to know that it's okay to struggle, and that mental health issues do not define who you are as a person. The stigma surrounding mental health can be paralyzing, but Lady Gaga's story is proof that it doesn't have to control your life. She encourages anyone who is going through tough times to remember that recovery is possible. "It can get better," she says, "and it did for me." By sharing her story, Gaga is changing the narrative surrounding mental health, inspiring countless others to seek help and to stop feeling ashamed of their struggles. Lady Gaga's perspective has shifted dramatically since her battle with psychosis. Today, she embraces life with a renewed sense of gratitude. Gone are the days of hiding behind a mask, pretending to be someone she wasn't. Instead, Gaga now openly discusses her journey and encourages others to be kind to themselves in times of hardship. Her healing process wasn't quick or easy, but it was incredibly rewarding. Through her struggles, she learned to appreciate every moment of peace and clarity. In her own words, she now feels incredibly thankful for the life she has and for the people who helped her through it. "When you come out on the other side of something difficult," she reflects, "you just feel so grateful to feel that lightness again." It's a sentiment that many can relate to. Sometimes it takes going through the darkest times to truly appreciate the good. Lady Gaga's story is one of resilience, hope, and the power of vulnerability. It's not just about overcoming psychosis, it's about reclaiming her life and her happiness. And in doing so, she's shown the world that mental health issues don't have to define you. They are just one part of your story. Through her honesty and bravery, Lady Gaga has become a role model for millions, proving that even in the darkest of times, recovery is possible. If you're facing your own struggles, take a page from her book and know that things can and will get better.